I have wanted to come to Rome for so long. I am almost nervous now. That is what everyone says. Now I get to see it for myself. I'll let you know if I agree. You are happy to be home? They will be quite happy to see you again, I bet. I have no place to stay, of course. I can stay in your home, maybe. Just for now. Security? I have been better at starting trouble than preventing it. But I will do what I can. We will see. Maybe I will hate it. Then I will have to go and find someplace else to be. But if I am to be your villa guard, then I will have to stay, right? You think it will be bad? Maybe you can help me buy nice Roman stola. Then I will fit in, right? We will go shopping. It will be fun. Why would I want to keep fighting when I don't have to? Fighting is a necessity of life. It is not sport. I did not come to Rome to keep fighting.
Hey. Oh, thanks. Just what every girl hopes to hear. I don't want to return. I don't even know where to go. This is the first time I'm back home. I appreciate that, but I'd better not. I don't want to depend on someone else. I've seen how badly that can turn out. But I appreciate the offer, really. Doubtful, but I'll keep it in mind. Not really. I like it better out there. I don't know. People. There's a lot of people in Rome. That's exactly what I'm dreading. Good weather, nice food, what's not to like? And you've got... I wouldn't count on anything. Those Vitellius bastards are slippery.
What is it, Legate? It is inaction that bothers me. Idleness corrodes the warrior's mind. It is in the quiet moments a warrior dies. I would rather stay alert. There was, but not in Rome. I had a sister once, although sometimes I question my own sanity. Did she truly exist, or did I merely dream of her?
Aristocles teaches us that one may never truly know. We live chained inside a cave, staring at the shadows on a wall.
None can chain Bestia Tabat anymore. I will find out where my sister is. We were both sold as children. She fetched a higher price than I, for she was better in every way than I was. I shall consider your offer.
We shall help you find your sister, Bestia. Failing that, we shall prove her existence or the lack thereof.
You are a capable commander. Mercy is your weakness. Your enemies exist as long as they survive. Can't think of any situation like you mentioned.
Welcome home, Domine. More than happy. Although it was nice to be back in my homeland once again, I find it quite impossible to not miss Rome. All I need now is a change of clothes and a day trip to the library. Much appreciated. It was good to be back in action, but now to see your mother. I'm sure she's anxious to know we've arrived. I shall be cautious like a lizard. None shall be aware. It appears we have everything we need against Vitellius Scaevola. But keep in mind, appearances can be deceiving. I know you will.
Legate, I always get this weird feeling when I'm back. Like I've left something of mine behind out there. I have everything I need right here. Yet it feels like I could have accomplished more. Oh well, I guess wine will clear my head. You know what? For once, I'll do nothing. Nothing at all. And it will be glorious. You are in too much of a hurry. Don't let luck... Couldn't be better. We have conquered Asia, and you have all the evidence you need to put that traitorous Vitellius Scaevola behind bars.
Arwe Lucullus and his victorious legion, welcome home.
Salve, Vitus. It is good to be home again. I'm looking forward to a nice bath and a flask of good Carthaginian wine. Maybe two.
May I humbly recommend Vipsanius Marcellus' new batch? People say it's heavenly.
Ah, your recommendations never fail to impress. Do address the legatus, though. This victory was of his doing more than mine.
My apologies, Legate. I neither know nor recognize you. Thank you. I am sure you'll be remembered from now on. Now, let us conclude our business. The Consul seems to attribute the success of this campaign to you, Legate. Thus it is your duty to formally disband the Legion and relinquish your weapons. Beyond this river lies the Pomerium, and not even a victorious Imperator can cross it bearing arms. Attack us? Who could be stupid enough to attack Rome?
Rome is well protected, Legate. Besides, our men are weary. They want to go home.
Domine, if you refuse, your legion will be put to death. That is the punishment for such a transgression.
You have given up your command, but you have retained your virtue. You can always get your command back when Rome needs you again. Ah, you overstate my influence. It is easy to make a sharp sword out of good steel. The River Rubicon marks the sacred line where you stop being a warrior. It is time you learn how you may conquer a more civilized battleground. We shall meet at my villa in 2 nights. There are people I want you to meet prior to the Senate hearing. We must get your villa back somehow. Do not worry about your favorite gladius. Your war gear will be kept safely in my summer villa outside the city.
I hope you are hungry, Domine. Lucullus is known for his lavish feasts. Do not eat anything until I've tasted it first. I wouldn't put it past the Vitellius brothers to poison this entire party just to get you and Lucullus. I am sure Dominus Lucullus has a reason and a plan. I would play along. My personal mission tonight is to taste each and every single dish. I see that Tullius Cicero and Porcius Cato are both here tonight. They are highly esteemed. The very same. He is an orator of a... To what end? A blade would not help against poison. May Fortuna smile on you, Domine. I'll be here if you need me.
Right on time. Just like a proper legatus. Welcome, son. After this long and arduous campaign, a feast is all you need. I think not. Just be your charming self and try to win them over. And please relax. You have to... Of course I am. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All in due time. All in due time. Now, divert well. You know Marcus Minucius Thermus. He's still thankful for your timely assistance and the saving of his life. You probably remember Marcus Aurelius Cotta as well. He seems to have brought his siblings, Lucius and Aurelia Cotta. The gentleman in the corner is Marcus Tullius Cicero. Making his acquaintance should prove to be very useful for you. I plan for him to become your advocate tomorrow. Last but not least, I've also invited Marcus Porcius Cato, who may or may not represent you as well. You see why it was important for you to be here. Be sure to join us at the table before you leave. I'd like to introduce you to Cato myself. And smile. And do not walk like you have just swallowed a measuring pole.
Ah, it's good to see you again. My leg still hurts every now and then, and all this rain isn't helping. But that is nothing compared to what could have been. You have my eternal gratitude. You saved my life, and the lives of my men. Rest assured, that will not be forgotten anytime soon. It is pretty much out of my hands. I'd follow your Patronus's lead. Lucullus is a smart man, who usually has a few backup plans. I understand you have all the evidence you need to expose Vitellius Scaevola. It's a strong position, Nevertheless, I would advise caution. Vitellius Scaevola, and especially his brother Lurko, are ruthless and cunning. Only those who matter. Be careful around Cotta. He's still reeling somewhat from the damage that was done to his pride. To a man like Cotta, an honorable death would have been preferable to a humiliating near miss.
Look, that young man there. I think that's him.
Really? He looks barely old enough to wipe his own arse, let alone command.
Salve. I've heard a lot about you. I am Mark. Is that so? Few people beyond the political circles would know of me. My reputation depends largely on who's talking. Yet, our reputations are built on how others speak of our actions, not on the actions. I'm an advocate. I defend those whom others seek to incriminate. But I'm sure a career soldier such as you would find the topic rather boring. There is a difference between chaos and freedom. That depends what you mean by friend. There's a difference between knowing someone and merely knowing someone's name, though. Are we friends? This republic of ours is a delicate thing, being pulled in many...
That is absolutely unnecessary.
Indeed they do. But what good is food if it's obtained by illegitimate means? What do you think about it, Legate?
Fortunately, I know you are good at handling ambushes.
Spoils of war. Unaccounted for and untaxed. Should they be used for development to feed the people of Rome? A simple question. My point exactly. What do you say to that, Lucullus? Even your own Cleans is against you.
I say nothing. He's not my Servus, he has his own opinions. Meet Senators Marcus Porcius Cato and Marcus Tullius Cicero, who will be acting as your attorney tomorrow. At least I hope so.
Unfortunately, things have developed differently, my friend. I've decided to represent Tiberius Vitellius Scaevola instead. Enemies? Most certainly not. I am an advocate. I just represent my client in a specific matter.
Certainly an interesting turn of events. But I've heard you talking disfavorably about the Vitellius brothers before. How do you justify defending them?
What I justify hardly matters. I seek to represent them to the best of my ability, so justice can be served.
Most certainly. It would make you as guilty as they are.
Rubbish. As long as your defense itself is conducted by legal means, we must trust the system to produce the right outcome.
Legate, what guidelines did you follow when you had to decide the fate of that Triarchus? Why did you let him live? A utilitarian approach. Disgusting, of course, even if it was the right decision. I wonder, exactly how utilitarian are you in your thinking? I heard you had the opportunity to bribe a hired guard protecting a spy.
Stop interrogating the man, Cato. Not everyone must adhere to your high standards.
Yet you did not take it. A point well taken.
Depends on the denarii, I suppose. Well, gentlemen, this discussion has become too hypothetical for my tastes. I bid you a good day.
Wale, Cicero. See you tomorrow.
One final question, before I retire as well.
You and your questions, Cato.
I believe if you wanted, you could enter the Pomerium fully armed. Why didn't you? So you follow the rules only because you are strong. This has been an interesting conversation, gentlemen.
Wale, Cato.
Is Pompeius Magnus not coming tonight?
He's in Hispania, I believe.
Of course. The savior of the legions. Luculla, don't give me that infuriating smirk.
Excuse my brother's ill mood, Legate. this new car. I am Lucius Aurelius Cotta. This is our sister, Aurelia. We're glad to make your acquaintance.
Of course we were.
We were discussing how you saved my brother's life and became the hero of the Asia campaign.
Yet my son Gaius was not valuable enough to be saved. Indeed, it almost took Marcus's life too. Thank you for saving at least one of the people I deeply...
Other than saving his life?
Lucius!
Oh, please, let him talk, Aurelia. Let everyone witness the fate. The man who got himself captured and let his nephew die. The consul who had to be saved by a homeless runt.
Soldiers follow orders. Commanders act. Perhaps in...
Really? Are you so eager to display your shallowness? Well, I'm not.
You look tired. Shall we leave? So, did you enjoy yourself? I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let us rest now. Tomorrow is a big day.
As per today's augury, a specific issue stood out as being of utmost importance. I bring forth the following relatio, the result of which is to be decided per discussionem, and as usual before the sun sets.
It is his duty and his place. Don't worry. He may not be your best friend, but that doesn't mean he's as corrupt. Cotta knows he only humiliated himself. I do not expect any foul play.
The complaint is brought forth by Lucius Licinius Lucullus, concerning alleged wrongdoing and infamous conduct by Tiberius Vitellius Scaevola and his brother Vibius Vitellius Lurco.
I am present.
As am I.
Weird that Vitellius Lurco would be here to do the talking. Where is Scaevola? He is the accused.
Are both parties represented?
I shall represent the defendant.
There's no one coming. You will have to present our case.
This hearing will conclude at sunset. I'm afraid we have... Do go ahead with the restatement of your accusation. Found out. So you do have evidence. Interesting. Do you accept the accusation, Kikaro?
I see no reason to comment at this stage. May I humbly remind the Magistra, he who makes the claim has the burden of proof. We shall rest until sufficient proof is presented to eliminate all shadow of a doubt.
I was just trying to be helpful. The defendant is always at a disadvantage.
I'm sure you mean usually and not always.
As you wish. Present your evidence.
Preposterous. Do you think my client would be foolish enough to commit a crime and put his signature on the evidence?
The evidence is material, Kikaro. There is no room for interpretation. The crates do carry Scaevola's signature.
I have investigated them myself. I concur. Is there anyone who would contest my findings?
I admit, the evidence looks damning.
So, do the defendants admit their guilt? Are the Vitelli guilty of all crimes stated or implied?
Of course not. For starters, the evidence proves only treason.
Only? What else is needed to declare this man infamous?
Do not interrupt the speaker.
No harm done. My dear friend Cato is correct. The evidence is enough to declare one infamous. That one is Tiberius Vitellius Scaevola. Nowhere in any findings can you conjure the ability to implicate my client, Webius Vitellius Lurco. That, of course, depends on the nature of the treason, but that's largely irrelevant.
That is literally the topic of our discussion, Kikero. How in the world can you say it's irrelevant?
There simply is no case. Vitellius Scaevola cannot be punished.
Your rhetorical games grow tiresome. You have admitted the evidence is rock solid.
This should be interesting.
I never said he's innocent. As far as I can tell, he's guilty. But he is dead. Therefore, the case is null and void.
Senators, people of Rome, of course the evidence is clear. I accept my brother's guilt. It is a stain on our family name. A stain we will quite possibly never be able to cleanse. You know I love my family. I love my brother more than anything else in this world. Almost anything. The only thing I love more than my own brother is Rome itself. And thus, with sorrow in my heart, I was forced to take his life.
Oh, I see.
It is not a boast. It is my solemn duty to deliver the news. I am a man with the highest of morals. Someone who places the well-being of Rome over his own flesh and blood. Step outside, senators. You will witness my brother hanging from the old tree. Let him rot there. And do not take him down. Let it be a warning to all those who would threaten Rome, placing their petty family matters over the well-being of our great republic. Let it be known that Webius Vitellius Lurco will never tolerate treason, not even from his own blood.
A decision cannot be reached. This case is non-existent.
That bastard outmaneuvered us. We underestimated how cold-blooded he truly is. This is not good, though. He turned impending defeat into a major victory. We will need a new plan. Go home and lay low for now. Your family needs you.
Domine, we've been awaiting your return. You have a good memory for faces. The name is Marcellus. We have been informed by Vitellius Lurco that the ownership of this villa was transferred to you. As per his orders, we kept the area safe until your arrival. Now that you're back, with your permission, we will take our leave. Valete.
My son? You're back! And with Cineros. Oh, it's so good to see you both safe.
It's good to see you, Domina.
I've missed you so much. You look great. Did you lose some weight? Are you eating well? Has he been eating well, Cineros?
He has, Domina.
Do tell your mother how much you missed her. I miss him too. If only he were here to see you like this. Tell me about the war. I heard some of your friends died there. Killed by pirates. Oh, shush. Don't say stupid things like that. Tempt not the gods. But did you like the life in the Legion? Do you want to be a career soldier? I was afraid you'd hate it like your father did. But it seems you're more of a warrior than he was.
Domina, with all due respect, I guess the legatus has his own questions. Am I wrong?
Oh, they were polite, mostly. Except for the fact they wanted me confined to this villa. I guess having me walking around the streets was too much of a risk. Once you were out of the picture, he had no reason to antagonize me, though. I do, and Akulus agreed. It was a sinister plan to take over our family. But now you're here, and everything will be fine. They told me your sister's husband is dead. She should be free by now. I wonder if they did something to her. It's good to have you home, and for it to be our home again. Now that you're back, we have a lot of work ahead of us. Oh, listen to me. You just got here. Go on, take some time to settle in. Let me know when you're ready to get to work.
Your mother has started catching one of our grape, quite frankly, Domine. It is one of the best wines I have. The question is what we shall do with this. Before you leave, there's a small thing we have to decide. A good wine deserves a good name. What? I'm afraid I... Very well. That being settled, you should go and talk to the wine merchants.
Did you prepare the study for the Dominus's return?
We took care of it this morning.
Domina Claudiana has been so worried for you.
So glad to be rid of those lictors. Everything is safe. The way they looked at me. I like this room. Sometimes I take walk around. City is, but there is a strange way. I do not intend to impose. Is it normal in Rome for important people to make such shameless advances on their guards? Is good.
Are you going to feed the horses?
I am. Is there something I should know?
Don't walk behind the grey mare. A few weeks ago, she kicked a stable boy and nearly killed him.
I'll be careful.
Do you need me?
It's so good to have you back home safe and sound.
It was the most unbelievable and bold
News
political
from
maneuver
Greece.
I've ever witnessed.
The army of consuls.
I still don't understand. To kill one's family.
I have the best wine in Rome. I
Fine wine
guarantee
from
it.
the beautiful hills of
triumph has
Latium.
been
granted by the Senate to the victorious imperator.
Yet he seems to have turned it to an advantage. The people praise his selfless devotion to us.
Special discount for ladies with blue hair.
It makes no sense at all.
Half price on all wine from here.
Oh wait, what brings you to the land of wine today? If wine is what you seek, you have come to the right place. That's what I call it. This area of the market belongs to the Collegium when... Oh, indeed. I recognize you now. He prioritizes customer satisfaction. Some of us do, but many of us... I would be very interested. Exciting. This is brilliant. Exquisite. The best wine I have tasted this year.
I do not know, Quintus. It does have a...
I would call it nutty. Domine, would you consider a 5-year deal? I'm willing to buy a 5th of your stock this year and another...
I won't risk that. Tastes change, and demands change with them. I'll pay you...
I agree, it is a good wine. I will buy all of your stock right now, and I'll pay 4,000 denarii, more than Quintus is willing to part with. Half now, and half when I take delivery.
I am an honest trader, Legate. My father used to deal with your father before either of us was born. I will sell your wine to the best clients and pay for all of it up front.
The deal favors us both. I pay less now, and you have greater profits in the long term.
It's good money. More than what Quintus pays, and you'll get paid as soon as I take delivery. In exchange, I'm sure you've made the right choice, and that you know what's good for you.
Thank you. Our fathers would have been proud.
Preposterous. You can't make a deal with these fools. Mark my words, you will regret this. Finally, as promised, 2,000 denarii up front. I will pay the rest to your salary upon receiving the barrels.
Wide selection of wines from Greece and Africa. Wines for every taste and every budget.
So you found me again. But you're a civilian, only because you've never met... There is no... Tell you what, have you ever heard the legend of the... Well, it just so happens I have come into possession of one of the replicas created by Numa Pompilius. A fair price, I should say. I cannot guarantee that it once belonged to a god, but you have my word that it is a good shield.
You've sent the birds to shit on my stall.
Are you out of your mind? You think I can command the birds?
They only shit on my crates, never on yours.
What difference does it make? Your crates are already full of shit.
You came! If I say dumb things, blame the wine. But I really didn't expect you to appear here, of all places. Woman, bring us a fresh jug. My friend is still sober, and that's simple. All for the glory of Rome. That hit the spot. Another one? I'll tell you a secret. I can always drink another one. Another! Keep it pouring! And then I said, well, what can you say in that situation? Oh, it was. You know what people say in Africa? Wine makes the soul come out of you. An amusing notion. Should I also get a wife and make a few little brats? Nonsense. You're being too serious for your own good. Look at your life is full of pain and misery. To people like us, settling down is like death.
Another jug, Domine.
That will be all, Soa.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you, Domine. May we perhaps retreat to a private chamber?
But I'm not, and I have no interest in going anywhere with this outwitted woman.
I think I am with child. I don't know how to say this.
Speak freely.
You are the father of my child. Future child. Don't you remember?
What? I've never seen this woman in my life.
You told me you would not remember me. Marcellus Vipsanius doesn't like his girls giving birth. He's a cruel...
My child deserves better. Our child. Will you save me?
Indeed.
Quit bothering the guests, look here.
Help me!
Quickly, Thawa.
The night has taken an unusual turn. I don't, but I do tend to forget some things when I'm drunk. Maybe, not entirely. Times like I don't know what to make of any of this. Thank you, You go.
His own brother killed him. He admitted it in front of the Senate.
That's outrageous. And he was a senator too. What kind of man kills a member of his own family?
Personally, I think it was brave.
Feel under the weather? I will attend to your health.
They're supposed to serve. They're corrupt, the lot of...
Salve legate. Are you looking for medical supply? Then you've come to tell me what you need, and I shall provide... I have some linen. This bottle could also prove to be interesting for you. It's a concoction that works against the machinations of the senatorial class. Good. You should... Of that, I have... Thank you. Let us hope you'll never have need of them. Every healer I do not... It would have been for...
I see him. By fire. Talking to his friend.
Let's find a way to let him down easy.
You came. And you have brought Deanera.
Calidar is showing me around. This city is big. Bigger than I thought. We have seen many dresses. Some of them actually pink.
Didn't I tell you so? You said you didn't like the city. But out here, you can run and jump and be free.
What is this place? Why are you here always, Tabat?
Maybe. I have spent so much time here. Some places cannot be left, Calidar.
There! Stop right there! You're coming with us!
Please, do not make this more difficult than it needs to be.
Do you know these Landakai?
They told me you were back in the city. I did not believe it.
Mars watches over us here. Mind your words.
You are a criminal. You are a disgrace to our family. Because of what you've done, we all will be infamous. Only I can speak for our family now.
Kill whom?
Accident. It was an accident. When you drop a jug of water and it shatters, that is an accident. When you push your own husband down the stairs and shatter his skull, well, father is dead. I think he died of grief because his only daughter acts as if she's a man. Your tongue is as sharp as your blade. Indeed, I don't like playing with swords and bows, but at least I don't murder innocent men.
Arrested? For what?
She killed a man.
I kill men all the time. When they deserve it.
Rome does not look kindly on women who kill men, regardless of how much the man deserved it.
Deserved? I didn't realize marriage was a capital offense. opinion? What? Now you think you're a senator or something? Wake up, sister. Your opinion doesn't matter. My opinion does. Yulia, please. I do not want to see...
That sounds like a threat, little man.
What? Are you her gladiator lover or something?
Usually, what I say.
Innocent? I can't even recognize you. My sister was a kind and happy person who always... That you did, didn't you? In return, it was always you who was beaten. That wasn't... Oh, you want me to be a man? Very well. Seize her!
Don't hurt him too badly, guys. Don't worry, we won't.
We will just teach him a lesson he will not soon forget. Like the dog you are.
I'll kill you all!
I'm just gonna lie down for a bit.
We're nearly done. Go! Get the last one!
Curse this mess! Aulus, you fool!
Oh. You will be fine. More guards may be coming. It is time to leave now.
Everything is safe.
Have you tasted this year's batch from the...
Excuse me.
Domine. I had no doubts. You've made everyone proud. Our legal system has its own intricacies. I don't know. Now that you're far, we're doing very well. In fact...
Domine.
Is everything well, dear? They told me Lucullus is your patronus now. That means our family reputation will be restored.
That and more.
Lucius, Liliana. It's so good to see you again, Mother. And brother, you're back.
Isn't that a beautiful sight? You are the patriarch of this family now. The well-being of it is your primary concern. The villa is yours. All of your rights are restored. Congratulations.
I don't know how we can ever repay you, Lucius.
There's no need to repay anything. You of all people should know that, Claudiana. I'll keep that in mind.
Is that it? But what if they...
Don't worry, Claudiana. No one can harm your family as long as I am alive. Everything will be fine.
Good morning, dear. Have you slept well? Cats standing guard. Against whom? Will they stop the northern barbarians by their sheer fluffiness?
I heard in the east people think that cats guard the gates of the underworld.
It is always wise to be careful.
There is a thing. He asked to see you, Lorco. He says he has a business proposition.
It might still be a good idea to figure out what he's up to. Do be careful, though. Whatever you do, be careful. Have you washed Domina Liliana's bedsheets yet?
It's the next item on my list. Why do you ask?
The blankets from the triclinium need washing too. Maybe you can do them at the same time.
Sure. I'll pick them up before I start.
Domine. Gardening is the...
Good morning, Domine. I've been waiting for you. I can't think of a reason why he would not be doing well. But it is generating quite a bit of income. Even the grape seed we have imported from... That you do.
These damned crows and their indiscriminate defecation.
Free medical advice. I am well trained and highly experienced.
Have you ever been to Lutetia? They say it's the most romantic city in the world.
What? More beautiful than Rome itself? I find that hard to believe.
I didn't say beautiful. I said romantic.
But what does that mean?
It means there are a lot of women.
Salwe, it is good to see you after all this time. Oh, thank you. My reputation as a man who puts Rome above all else made the election campaign easy, fortunately. I'm pleased that you did not let our relatively sordid history get in the way of a business transaction. I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. We carve our own path through life. It is up to us to decide through whom we carve. Tell me, do you like managing your family's vineyard? Rome wasn't built on peace, nor will it survive on peace. I've heard tales of your battles, Legate. You are a wolf. You're the kinsman of Romulus himself. We are very different, you and I. That's why I think we could work together instead of undermining each other. Tiberius was a fool. His vision was limited and crude. He was a believer in the Republic. I believe Rome is in grave danger. It is nothing new, of course. We always had enemies within and without. We have grown lazy and soft. Our Republic and its myriad procedures slow us down. These days we're more interested in talking about things we should do rather than actually doing those things. We do need a new Rome, though, unshackled by the limitations of our ancient system and bureaucracy. It will be a Rome of strong minds willing to make difficult decisions. More importantly, it will teach our enemies to never underestimate us again. I have made my preparations, and I want you by my side. You misunderstand. I would never betray Rome. I am planning to run for consul. I'm sure I can convince you of the validity of my cause. What I'm going to show you will shock you. You'll see why Lucullus is in no position to do anything for Rome. I would not hesitate to serve Rome in war, should the opportunity arise. You will not regret listening to my offer. Wale, until next time.
Good day. You are clearly a well-bred young man. I will offer you a choice. Your money, or your life. I'm afraid you're quite mistaken.
I believe the meaning was you will regret doing this.
Oh, kill them both.
Salwete people, shall we even the odds?
Your timing is impeccable as usual, Kaiso. You save us again.
Always a pleasure, old man. Let us not turn this into a habit, though. Maximus!
Can someone prop this old man up? Where is Vitellius Lurko, one wonders?
In Tartarus, hopefully. But that's not important. A messenger arrived this morning. It is Proconsul Licinius Lucullus. He says I should find you as soon as possible, and you'd know why. I wish I could say I had some supernatural ability to sense when you're in danger. Perhaps one day I'll develop such a sense. But I'm to take it you didn't hear from Lucullus then.
If I know Dominus Lucullus, he would have sent a rider for you with all the instructions. A reasonable precaution. We may soon need their assistance. You should go ahead. I get the feeling time is of the essence.
I saw her eating with her husband at a Papina last week.
The poor woman, having to debase herself like that.
Hopefully things will turn around for them soon.
What were you doing at a Popina? Not eating there, I hope.
Of course not. I was there on business.
I didn't expect you to come around again anytime soon. Or perhaps, if nothing else, it's an exquisite. Then, if you are as I do have the hope is.
Oh, these are beautiful. Are they from Sicilia? I'll take a half dozen.
How was Bai? I heard you returned recently.
It was not what I expected. I made the mistake of renting a room just above a bathhouse.
Is that a bad thing? That sounds convenient.
I made a noise. The weightlifters grunting and groaning as they swing their legs.
They paid
very
1,000 denarii
Then you
for
would
him.
better give them what...
But you told me he wasn't very good at his work.
He's
He's being trained as an actor now.
Apparently he is quite good at that.
Then we should go and watch a comedy with him together, when he's ready.
Excuse me.
Have a good night.
It arrived just after noon. The rider insists on giving the message to you. It appears this woman was instructed to meet you here as well.
The proconsul just told me to find you. Said you'd know why. I've been tempted to come back and visit you a few times. Things just always got in the way.
The message, please.
You must leave everything and come to Nazamones immediately. We're in grave danger. And I'm afraid in this case, we refers to both our family and Rome itself. It seems we have underestimated Vitellius Lurco. Although the little brother wields no political power of significance, he is the de facto leader of his family. An ambitious man who isn't reckless makes an enemy to be reckoned with. His friendly demeanor masks a molten core of vengeful desire. He still remembers how we dismantled their illegal operations in Asia. I have reason to believe Lurco is planning something big. My speculatores say he's preparing to remove me from my position in Nazamones by force, and make it we cannot allow. I need your help. Reconstitute Legio Victrix. Do not despair. I await your arrival anxiously.
I could not find Calida, but I have brought Bestia.
I arrived before any of you did.
You're looking good, Bestia. You have recovered from our last fight?
The injuries were not a problem, but I still owe the arena master for all the damages we caused.
It was not settled.
They begged us to stop before we leveled the whole place.
We should leave as soon as possible, but I don't think I'll be able to leave Rome so easily.
Is this about a woman again?
In a way it is. Do you remember that seller who Well, it turns out she was telling the truth. At least, partly. She has given birth to a Thanks, I guess. Apparently she tried to escape from Vipsenius, who incidentally is her dominus. The problem is, they're blaming me for it.
This may take a few days, but I'm sure we can prove these allegations have no merit.
Thank you, Nagate. I will now take care of our preparations. We leave as soon as possible.
Be careful, child.
Do not worry, Domina. I will make sure we return home safe and sound.
Salvete, travelers. Welcome to the villa of Lucullus of Africa Proconsularis. State your identity and intentions. My apologies for not recognizing you immediately. It's been a long day. The proconsul is currently preoccupied. Please...
Legate, a word? I don't think he recognized you. This doesn't smell right. Something's up. Little things. His armor is a bit too small for his body. He never called you by name. And did you notice how he failed to pronounce the proconsul's full name?
It is said he who possesses a deceptive heart sees only deception in other people's hearts. And it is known that women are deceptive by nature.
Wow. And that is why you're old but still single, Cinnaroth.
Well, to err on the side of caution is wise.
Fine.
Oh, well, that is not exactly what I was going to...
Killing everyone is the most cautious option.
Are you sure you know the meaning of that word? So what if he's rude and his behavior is not proper? Obviously, he's not Roman.
Not really. If we will fight, I am ready.
If you wish. I don't think it's necessary, though.
I apologize for the delay. There have been some security-related problems recently. We had to take precautions. Relinquish your weapons here, please. No one's allowed to bear arms inside the villa.
Are you not glad that you heeded my advice?
Unfortunately, only 2 escorts are allowed beyond this point. Do not worry. We'll take care of your friends while you're gone.
Take my hand. What in the name of Jupiter is going on here?
Egyptians, Domini. They came out of nowhere. All dead. They slaughtered the guards and locked most of the Surwey into the cellar. Praise Fortuna. Take the key.
Lucullus! By the gods!
I'm sorry, Domine.
I'm not tired. I'm just angry. Very angry. Maybe it's the first time you've seen someone this angry. I think these are two separate questions. It is clear these killers were Egyptian. They took no care to obscure their identities. Their weapons are just lying around. And the murder weapon is clearly Egyptian. Honestly, the only thing that's missing here is a graffito saying Egyptians killed Lucullus. These people were in a great hurry. My guess is they quickly dispatched anyone who posed a threat, then got ready for our arrival. They had no reason to waste time killing the Surwi. I will be. Eventually.
Domine, it is rare that I feel the need to mourn someone. Dominus Lucullus was always kind to me. And that I will do what I can to help. It looks like he was stabbed multiple times. The murderer was probably behind him. There are no other bruises, which leads me to think he did not resist his attacker. Perhaps. Dominus was killed with a small stabbing dagger. Judging from the wounds, I can tell the particular shape the blade had. Such blades are rare in Rome, but quite common in Africa, especially Egypt. It doesn't make any sense, though. Why would the Egyptians do this? It would be an act of war. It has been some time since we had a good war.
Legate. He was the most exceptional mentor, and the best friend I've ever known. They killed him. And I couldn't... You know what? It's all my fault. We lost valuable time trying to sort out that mess I got myself into with the Serwa. Because of that, someone who's closer to me than my own father is dead now. Vitellius Lurco, of course. That Filius Canis. I will strangle him with my own hands. Justice is not exactly what I had him. This all happened because of me. I delayed our journey. I will redeem myself by avenging him. That's the least I can do now.
I hope I will be allowed to serve the next proconsul.
Ha! I disagree. A strong foe attacks head-on. A weak foe strikes from the shadows. Rejoice, Legate, for our enemy just announced how weak they are. Our course is clear. Eventually we will get the murderer. Most likely, see, it's cautious and wise, just like Cineros said. Nonsense. I never met. I hope so.
I am sorry. He meant so much to you. How do you feel? It is too much to go through once. Even for one as strong as you. We will make war again, I guess. That is what we do.
Domine. They were dressed like Roman legionnarii. We had no reason to suspect them. Not at all. The Legion has people from all over the world. It really happened too fast. All of a sudden the legionaries started stabbing each other. We didn't know what to do. By the time I realised what was happening, it was already too late. Oh, but I'm not. The keys? Also we have the keys. I swear, I'm not working for them. I don't know why they kept me outside. Thank you, Domine.
Legate, a rider arrived. She wants to talk to Proconsul Lucius Licinius Lucullus. She says his life might be in danger.
Huh. Tell her she's a bit late.
Now that is an interesting development.
Be careful around these Berbers. You cannot trust the barbarians.
The merchant said he requires the proconsul's personal signature. Otherwise, he cannot make the delivery.
Thank you for saving us, Dominic.
You are not the proconsul from Rome. I was instructed to speak only to him. It is a matter of life and death. What does that mean? Explain yourself, Roman.
It means you're too late.
I see. That is unfortunate. I am called Lunia the Golden Wolf, of the land of... The Queen intended to warn the proconsul against the possibility of an assassination. But it seems I was in need of its significance is of little importance.
Oh, that's very...
And therefore worthy of a bind. He likes to play the flute. It does indeed. Many. This might come as a surprise to you, but not everyone likes Romans. As to the identity of the murderer, I'm sure the Queen can provide you with clearer answers. Of course, that would indeed be the best course of action. Except there's a minor complication you need to resolve first.
There's always a catch.
Cleopatra doesn't exactly see eye to eye with her brother. The pharaoh, Ptolemy Theos Philopator, has exiled her from Egypt. She's been taken by caravan through the desert to a distant palace where she will be imprisoned. She offers to reveal the identity of the murderer to you, if you will free her. Yes, the pharaoh is her husband and her brother. That would be unwise. Mostly because I don't know the answers to your questions. As I said, I am a messenger in this case. A queen does not lie.
This is how they transport their queen?
The cage is defined by its function, Domine. It doesn't matter how it looks.
It's easier to overpower guards and break free if you're not in chains.
Salvete discipoli.
Zeus take you, child. How do you keep appearing out of thin air?
Tricks of the trade, old man. At least a dozen, perhaps a few more. She's not held anywhere. She walks around freely, but I think I saw her at the front of the caravan.
Serwi? They sent Serwi with her to her prison.
Egyptian rulers are worshipped as deities. She is being taken to a prison for a goddess.
Don't be crude.
Have a sense of humor, Kaezo.
Who goes there? I am worthy. How many denarii have you brought?
One remains. This was easy.
To arms! No harm must befall Her Holiness the traitor Queen! forever!
My brother will pay for dragging me into this!
Nothing is worth this. Let's get out of here.
Stand down! I demand it! I am a goddess!
That's the last.
Romans? Here? Tell me, did you murder these people in the belief that they were protecting me? Or in the knowledge that they were my captors? And he introduces himself first. Courage and manners. An uncommon combination. From whom are you saving me? Unusually honey words for a Roman. Your charm does you credit. But tell me at least, where are we going?
To the proconsular villa.
Ah, you are Lucullus's people. Lunia succeeded then.
Something like that. Let's get you out of here first, then we'll talk.
Her Holy Majesty is being abducted! Slay them!
No, you poor fools! Obey my commands and abandon my husband, and you may yet live!
We will never betray the Pharaoh!
goddess! Stand down! I demand it! I am a goddess! Savages! Last one!
Was always kind to me. Cleopatra Philopator, the goddess who loves her father and the rightful pharaoh of Egypt.
Lengthy introductions are unnecessary. Legate, you have... I bestow upon you this armor. Do not overplay your hand. Shall we get down to business? I made you a promise, and a goddess never breaks her word. Ask her questions, Legate. It's a traditional title. When it suits me, yes. You are addressing a goddess. Tomes could be filled with the things that I know. And you, suffice to say, I have eyes and ears all throughout Egypt. Things may happen without my approval. Imprisoned is such an ugly word. Let us say, confined. Some people just can't perceive beauty. That's why he confined me. My dear husband, the Pharaoh of Egypt. For the time being. We had maintained a correspondence for quite some time now. He was a good man. He did not deserve to die in such a ghastly fashion. Maybe. Maybe not. Nothing. It doesn't matter what I believe, as long as the people need their goddess. Perhaps one day I'll show you. Time to get to the point. No more foreplay. My husband, Ptolemy-Theos Philopater, is collaborating with a Roman bureaucrat called Lurko. I believe you are familiar with him. The exact nature of their collaboration is unknown to me. My bet is on something financial in nature. Something big. Whatever this collaboration is about, it must be illegal by Roman law. I believe the proconsul got wind of it and attempted to enlist my help in hopes of acquiring evidence. Tragically, Vitellius Lorco's spies got a hold of the missive he sent. Needless to say, neither Lorco nor my husband was happy about this development.
I knew it.
That is possible, but unlikely. After all, killing a Roman proconsul is equal to declaring war on Rome. Lurko profited from the current arrangement. There is no reason for him to start a war. Be that as it may, I don't think he is stupid enough. Lurko is a smart man with a plan. Ptolemy is a stupid man with wealth and power. That may prove to be more challenging than you think. I offer a simple proposal instead. I become the sole pharaoh and give my husband to you on a platter, with Vitellius Lorco as garnishing. All I need is your support. With your help, we can reconquer Egypt together and bring peace to my people.
May I humbly present a possible solution?
You may.
You could simply recruit soldiers from Nazomenes itself. My people were fond of the proconsul, and although they are severely fractured into countless independent tribes, they may want to unite under one...
Is it though? We can collaborate with barbarians.
We will have to talk to the elders first. Let us meet at the Court of Heaven as soon as it is convenient for you.
Get it out. I can see you have questions.